So, TikTok ads are inevitably where the action is at this year. Though the platform is still relatively new, so my guess is that most people that'll come across this video are either new to the platform or just getting started with it. After running TikTok ads for the past couple of months for our clients, myself posting a lot of organic content on there and following people within the marketing community that are experts within the field, let me give you some insider information about running TikTok ads. In this week's video, I'll be sharing with you 5 tips to boost your TikTok ads performance in 2022. My name is Justin and I'm the founder of Wizo Media, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. Before we get started, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications to be one of the first to know about these cutting edge e-commerce marketing tips posted on the channel every week. First thing I want to share with you is that you want to capitalize on Spark ads. Why is that? Well, if you're using regular ads as opposed to using Spark ads, people only have one ad to decide, or one piece of content to decide if they want to buy from you. So if you're using just a regular ad, if people try to click on the profile picture or on the name, it leads up to the call to action button. It leads to the website. It leads to whatever link is in the call to action for that ad, instead of as opposed to, advertising on Facebook or Instagram where it would lead to the profile. So this is what ends up happening with a regular ad. But a Spark ads, if people click on the profile, they can see a bunch of your content, just like they would usually do on Instagram or Facebook. They could see, a lot of your organic content, other videos. So if you're a brand that's already making TikTok content organically, then that's cool, because if you run a Spark ads, people will be able to click on that ad and see all of your other content that may not be ads, but it would still be there and act as social proof and end up reinforcing the decision of this potential buyer to purchase something from you. The second tip I want to share with you is you want to use as much UGC as possible. When I say that, I pretty much mean you want to use 100% UGC. So we've tested, we've seen also people trying to use strictly products, so more of a video about the products, but it works up to some extent, but by far UGC works so much better because it looks so native to the platform. When you think about it, most of the content you see on TikTok is some form of UGC. People are interacting with products or with their environment, and that's like somebody that just films content, and you can feel how organic that is. So if you use the same type of style with an ad, it'll work amazing. It blends in with the feed, it doesn't scream ad, and please stay away from using pictures. We've seen, the performance of pictures, it's not that great at all on TikTok. You can use images when it comes to your ads, but again, it'll just scream ad because people are not used to seeing an image on the feed, they'll see videos. So make sure that you're using UGC videos a lot with your brand. Here's a little tip that I'm about to throw right there. If you don't know how to create enough UGC for your ads, or if you think like, man, this is gonna be very time consuming, we've heard of brands, what they do is they partner up with young creators. So I've shared a video actually in the past few weeks, about the creator marketplace, and it's very easy on TikTok to find other creators that could potentially be good UGC creators for your brand. So when it comes to that, I've heard of people partnering with young, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Obviously, if that fits within your demographic, do it. If it doesn't fit within your demographic, then don't, stay away from that. But I'm saying that because, these guys will be happy with a small retainer to pay them a month, or even to pay them in terms of products. So you pay them essentially a very fair price to them, or in products. So either or, depending on the size, but most of the time I'd recommend sticking with a very small retainer. So you pay them with a small retainer, they produce a lot of content from you, and where does that lead you? Where does that leave you in this situation? It allows you to run ads constantly and always have new creatives to test with your ads. Now, the third thing that I want to share in today's video is the creative fatigue part of things. So obviously, as TikTok is mainly creative focus, the creative fatigue sort of happens much faster than other platforms. Like, you can't really play as much with the copy, with how's everything laid out. But a very neat trick for you to sort of trick the algorithm in thinking you uploaded a new creative is to simply trim the sound, or maybe trim your video by a second or two, or maybe move that sound over just a little bit, and that'll trick the algorithm in thinking that your video or your creative is a new one. So in that case, you'll be able to launch it as a new ad. It may be your best performer, and again, it'll just pump it back up to the top and still perform very well. Now, my fourth tip is use these beta features that are available on the ads platform. So a couple of weeks back, there was the auto targeting feature, and now there's also the value optimization, and using ads with these features will help you get better results. So TikTok seems to be pushing more these ads when you're trying out some of the new features on the platform. So if you're using that, usually will lead to an increase in performance. Some of these features will be disabled at some point, some are discontinued, and they'll never see the light as a real feature, but capitalize on it while it's still in a beta stage. And now the last and final tip is watch out for new features being pushed out on the platform. Whenever a new feature, a new beta feature is out within the TikTok ads platform, usually performance will tank slightly within the next couple of days and create some unstableness within the ad account. So that happens usually as soon as TikTok pushes out a new feature. Results, a little uncertain, and that just seems to be a trend. So whenever you hear or you follow the news, so TikTok has a blog with all of their news about what's coming up within their ads platform. So stay aware about that. Keep an eye out on that, and if ever new changes come out, then be aware that you may see a slight dip in results. By the way, I just want to give a shout out to Pyroas on Twitter for these tips. A lot of that comes from a thread that he posted and can attest to a lot of them. So we've been trying and seeing some very similar conclusions on our end with client ad accounts, but a lot of that rundown comes from his Twitter thread. So make sure you check him out and give him a follow on there. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand or store owner making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I invite you to click on the first link in the description down below to book in a very short 15-minute demo call with our team. On that call, we'll take a look at your business, have a quick conversation together, just honestly see if you're the best fit to work with us. If you are, we'll end up helping you scale through paid ads. If you aren't, then worst comes to worst, you'll leave this call with a free action plan to implement on your own. So on that note, make sure you guys check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. Peace.